Randall, wake up! Wake up, Randall! Look, it's stream time, baby!
Yeah, I'm sure your neighbors are there.
Yeah! Who gives a shit about my neighbors? Randall, Fears, it's stream time. Dance, Randall!
We're gonna be able to, yeah.
Yo,
What?
Fears,
Randall.
audience, Fears, Randall. What's up, guys? Back at it again with another podcast. You got the main man, Randall. You get the main man, Fears. Randall, lots to talk about.
Yeah.
Convention this weekend, hanging out. We're going to talk about what we did today. I took Randall out for birthday dinner. We're going to get into all that.
It wasn't celebration of my birthday, but it was because I'm such a good friend.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's right. I don't want those Jehovah's Witnesses finding out.
Yeah.
We kind of celebrated. Shh.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, Randall, without further ado, I think we need to open up the chat.
If you say so, yeah.
Let's do it. Randall, how you been?
I've been doing good. I've
Good.
lost 32 pounds
32. 3,
since I've
2.
been here.
Nice.
So I used to be
Nice.
303. I am now 270.
Oh, nice. Randall, be honest. You know my memory. Was the last time that I hung out at your house, or was it last time over here?
I think it was over here.
Okay. All right. Let's open up the chat and say hello to everybody, and then we'll tell everybody the topics, and we'll get right in.
Since I've been here. We're not
Okay.
going to tell anybody the topics. It's going to be a total mystery.
Oh.
A mystery beyond time.
All right. Well, there it is. Well, we got 2 people watching. I'm sure we'll get more people as we go.
El Chateau, mi amigo.
That's right. Now we got 7 people watching, Randall. So it just popped in there. So anyway,
Yeah.
You got Randall, you got Fears. I'm sure the chat will be going live in a minute. So today's topics are, Randall, I've been wanting to tell the fans the full story of how Fearsman was created.
Yeah.
I thought, no, wait a minute. I'll wait until Randall gets over here, and then Randall will tell us the full story of the creation of Cameoman.
Yeah.
And then we'll do Fearsman, because Cameoman came before Fearsman, and then you said you've got a couple funny stories that you want to tell.
Yeah.
That's mixed in how when you were creating Cameoman.
Some of them are Cameoman stories. Some of them are writers group stories from my writers group.
And
Yeah.
I've listened to one of them, but I haven't heard them all, and I was like, well, that's funny.
Well, I think there's only really about one, so, you know.
Was there 1 or 2?
Just one.
Okay. So then we're going to do, me and Randall together have not done a top 10 in forever. So I got my book ready to go. Then we're going to do, Randall came up with the top 10 superheroes from Marvel.
DC and Marvel.
DC and Marvel. So I was going to say Marvel and DC, but Randall got it. So yeah.
There we go.
So I'm going to be like, Randall, when it's your turn, you can, if you've got all your favorites on Marvel and then you got one favorite on DC, go for it, buddy. And then I came up with the top 10 best vacation. So, Randall, what do you want to start with? You want to start with the top 10?
Let's start with the creation of Fearsman.
You know what? Since you're my guest, let's go first with Cameoman.
First,
Alright.
Cameoman. Okay.
Yeah, but before we do that, I'm going to do just a couple of updates. So tomorrow we've got the convention, and we're going to go to the convention on Saturday and Sunday, taking Randall back home on Monday, and then we're going to go to the magic shop on Monday. And then the list, I've ordered some movies. I'm not going to tell you what movies I've ordered off the list. I've ordered a couple things off the list, and they're going to be coming soon in the mail, and I cannot wait to review them for you.
Yeah.
And then the last few cons, I have not been able to go to Jeff's because the last 2 cons that Jeff did were like 2 hours away.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's too long. That's too long. So is
it too long or is it not long enough?
It was too long, Randall. I was like, there's no way that I'm driving 2 hours there and 2 hours back. So the last one that he did was in West Palm Beach, and that was 2 hours and 28 minutes. And then the one before that, Fort Myers, Florida, was 2 hours, and I believe when I looked it up, it was either 40 minutes or 2 hours and 50 minutes. And I was like, that's almost 3 hours long. I was like, fuck that. And that's both ways. So guys, the next show that I'm going to, it's in Orlando, and it's a 2-day con. So February 7th and 8th, it's the Con Misfits Toy Show Collectors Fest If you want information, you got to go to FloridaToyShowsAndExpos.com or Florida Toy Shows and Expos on Facebook. My buddy Jeff puts on a hell of a show. Randall's went to 2 shows of his or 1?
2 Comic-Cons?
No, of Jeff's. One of Jeff's. And he actually really loved Jeff. It was Jeff's Star Wars commercial.
Yeah.
I mean, his con, not a commercial, his con.
Yeah.
And you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's the next one. And then the one after that is Space Coast Collectors Fest, a coast from coast to coast, February 23rd. And that's in Cocoa Beach. So I may go to that one. Well, I haven't decided. But definitely the Misfits Toy Con Collectors Fest is happening. So, yeah. Oh, there it is. Chicken Wizard says, the old Randini. Bump, bump, bump.
There we go.
There it is. Ran Bobby, and Bobby, and something like that. What's up, Chicken Wizard? Chicken Wizard. I've got a very important message for you.
It's ba 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 ran.
Oh, that's what he was doing. I couldn't. I was like, I don't know what he's doing, and I was like, because I haven't heard that song in forever. So my bad, Chicken Wizard.
I can't even read.
Dude, Chicken Wizard is a great friend, just like you. We were hanging out in Missouri.
Yeah.
He. How many VHSs did you get, Chicken Wizard, at the last con? That it was over 10 or 20, Randall. Like legendary ones, like the Teenage Terrorist and some crazy crap.
Yeah.
Then we went to where we go? White Castle. So I'm telling you, Chicken Wizard, the next time I'm in town, we have got to hang out. We got to do something fun. You got to come out with me and my friends and either go bowling with us or we got to hit up miniature golf, buddy, the next time I'm in town. Because the last time after my brother's party, I asked him if he wanted to come and hang out.
Yeah.
And I understand about work. I know you were too busy to work, buddy, but I mean, you were too busy to hang because of work. I understand work gets in the way. Work's more important. You got to make that moolah. You got to make the monies. But anyway, yeah. So when I come back into town, Chicken Wizard, I'll call you up. I'll message you. We'll figure out. We got to do something, buddy. He says, great to see you in the house. Well, he says to Randy, great to see you in the house of fears, buddy. Randall.
What?
Chicken Wizard is saying.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Great.
Chicken Wizard.
He says, great to see you in the house of fears, buddy.
Yeah, that's good.
And then he asked about the con. No, we haven't went to the con yet, so we haven't seen anyone at the con yet. The con starts tomorrow. So, yeah. Anyway. All right. Let's dig right in. But, yeah, Chicken Wizard, the next time, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen, a hangout. Randy, you got to come to Missouri with me at some point.
Yeah.
Because I really want to show you the St. Louis Archway. Bam! Shout out to Fearsman. There it is.
Yeah.
All right. Also, if you want to send Randall and me fan mail, I've got lots of fan mail. Randall is yet to get a fan letter, guys. You guys have got to send Randall fan letters. Just send them to my P.O. box and send me fan mail. Send Randall's fan mail at this address. It's you can send it to Fears Vlogs, Fearsman26, John Fears, 16745 Kagan's Crossings Boulevard, STE 102B, PMB40, Claremont, Florida 34714. We want to hear from the fans. So write to Randy and write to me. Randy, quit falling asleep.
I'm not falling asleep.
I saw your eyes closed.
No.
Okay.
I'm watching you. I'm seeing you do that thing with the little paper.
Oh, okay.
There. You know, you don't really need to do that with the paper. All you need to do is say the address is in the description.
I know. I always show it to him, though.
Yeah.
And like Randall said, if you couldn't write it down real quick, it's in the description. All right. Now that all the updates are up and going, all right. Randall, let's hear. How was the creation of Fearsman? I mean, how was the creation of...
Well, the creation of Fearsman was
I'm sorry.
Like this.
How was the creation... I'm sorry, that was my bad. I'm getting tired. How did Cameoman become a reality? From start to finish, how did you create it? Why did you create it? What was happening? What?
I thought I heard a door open.
Okay.
Anyways, so I created Cameoman back in 1992.
Okay.
I think this was around the time that John Ritter's movie Stay Tuned came out, which is the Fearsman.
It's the Fearsman theme song. Oh yeah.
But ever since 1992, when I was watching Batman Returns on VHS, I imagined, like, what if I could be Robin and I could, like, go in and I could be like, well, Batman, I actually know how the movie's going to be, and I'm going to change the story around for you, and it's going to go like this instead of that. It's going to zig instead of zag.
Okay.
And then I said, well, I don't really want to be Robin. Robin's cool and all.
Yeah.
But I kind of want my own hero to make a cameo in this movie. So I was like, hey, you know what? That's a good name. Maybe I should call him Cameoman. And then the entire premise would be Cameoman going into different movies, changing shit around, switching stuff up.
And I got a question. Was it just was the core idea just to have him fight crime and then his alter ego would just star in cameos in different films? Or did he do other type of film work, like commercials and television shows?
No, he would get zapped into the movie, just like...
Oh, he would jump into the movie.
Yeah, he would just jump in. But, I mean, originally I wanted to do that as, like, a feature film. The problem with that is that a lot of the movies that I like were from all different studios.
Yeah.
So I couldn't do that in an actual movie, because I would have to get Warner Brothers and Paramount and New Line Cinema. And sometimes New Line and Warner's work together. But there was all, like, get stuff from Columbia Pictures. Like, I realize now that me writing a movie with everybody I wanted to include would be impossible. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people say, "Hey, Randy, why don't you just do your movie and make it some B-grade knockoffs of superheroes like Batman or Superman? Yeah, you call it like Super Dude or Dober Dude." I was like, "No, I want it to be serious, and I don't want to have like discount superheroes like." Just dumb knockoff versions. Mm-hmm. Like, if I ever do Cameoman the way I wanted it to do, I would want the real Batman, the real Superman, the real Wonder Woman, Terminator would be in there, RoboCop.
And he would interact with these.
Yeah, he would interact with all of them, and he would just, like, skip to movie to movie like they did in Stay Tuned. Mm-hmm. But then Stay Tuned came out and stole my idea, so... Yeah.
But Randy was like, I don't give a shit, because when I started portraying Cameo Kid... Yeah. We still had Cameo Kid and Ray, aka Cameoman. Yeah. It was half and half. We would have them sometimes jump into commercials and movies, and sometimes they would get in the Cameoman van and go on adventures.
And we can do all that. I can do everything I just mentioned in cartoon form.
Yeah.
I would just really like to one day, like maybe with AI technology and like copyright claims and stuff, I would really like to one day make a movie like I envisioned it, like have them go into Batman Returns, into Terminator, into Aliens,
and you know what?
Into RoboCop.
Randall brought up a good point. I'm getting with the times, Randall. I have been fiddling with AI. I never thought Fears. Usually Fears is so stubborn with technology. I've been fiddling with AI and making Fearsman cartoons. The last one I made was an evil version of the dude with big grinning teeth, a blueberry, and Fearsman running and punching the blueberry, and like juice was coming out of the blueberry. Yeah. So good things to come on Fearsman. So I'm going to ask you a series of questions on the creation of Cameoman. Okay. So that was how you created Cameoman. When did you decide to make Cody, and where did the origins of Cody, the character that I play, how did you...
Cameo Kid.
Yeah, Cameo Kid, a.k.a. Cody. Where did he come, and why did you want to make Cody? How did you create Cody, and why did you want to make Cody his sidekick?
Well, number one, Cody was there from the very beginning.
Okay.
Because Cody was there. I had a friend named Cody that I based it on.
Oh, so that was the origins.
Yeah, and but yeah, like Cameoman always had a sidekick. It was always Cameoman and Cameo Kid.
Okay.
And it probably will be until time immemorial.
Okay.
So yeah, and then like again. My friend Cody was an even better artist than I was, and then.
And where did you meet Cody? In grade school, middle school,
middle school. Yeah.
So, are you guys still friends?
No, I don't know what happened to him.
Oh, you lost touch?
I tried to look him up on Facebook and I couldn't find him.
Okay, so the origin of my character is from one of your friends.
You mean
the
Kid?
Yeah, the origin of my character that I play, Cody.
Yeah, and Cody actually looks a lot like the Cody in real life.
Oh, so he had blonde hair.
Yeah, he had spiky blonde hair.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Yo, what's up, Cave Squeaker? He says, Randy, is everything okay?
No, everything's not okay. I'm very depressed.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about ending it all on YouTube.
I think Randy's just tired.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Yeah. So Cave.
I'm joking.
There you are. Cave Speaker says, cheer up, Randy. Everything's going to be okay.
Cheer up, Randy.
Well, we've been having a great time. As soon as we get done talking about Cameoman, we're going to tell about what we did today.
Yeah, we went to Outback Steakhouse today, and the food was delicious.
Yeah. Well, save it, because I'm going to tell them all of this after we finish.
Well, I'm going to eat right now.
Oh, you are?
Is that okay?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, if you want to eat on camera,
there's lots of carbs in the food, and the carbs will make me fall asleep quicker. So,
okay. Yeah, we're doing kind of not a quick stream, a good stream, because we want to get a full 8 hours in, because Randy is excited for the con. I'm excited for the con, so yeah. So while Randy's getting his food, I guess we'll put a hold on Cameoman discussion. I'll tell you guys what we did today. So.
I'll be back in 2 seconds here.
Oh, I thought you were going to heat up the food.
No, I'm going to eat
okay, never mind. So let's continue on with Cameoman, and then when we get done, I'll tell them what we did today. All right, so that's how Cameoman. Do you remember the very first thing that you animated as Cameoman?
Well, yeah. I'm not going to tell you which friend of mine, because I'll tell you.
Well, just tell us the story of what was the first video that you made of animating Cameoman, bringing him to life.
I'll mention it was a friend that I'm no longer in contact with, but we had an argument one day, and he said, "Well, you can't animate anything," and I was like, "Sure as shit, I can't. I definitely could do that." So I made it was around 2002. It was around the time that Attack of the Clones came out.
Oh, so before film school.
Yeah. So
okay.
I animated Anakin Skywalker. And then I got on the phone with the guy, and I was like, yeah, and I was talking about random stuff, and I was like, oh, yeah, guess what? And do me a favor, go to my YouTube and check and see if there's an Anakin Skywalker animation on there. And he's like, holy shit, you did it. And I'm like, yeah, and you didn't think I could do it. And, so, hey.
So that was the first animation you did, but what was the first animation you did with Cameoman?
The first animation with Cameoman was, it was called Rayjack.
Rayjack? Okay.
Yeah, that was what Cameoman's name originally was for a while.
Okay.
Like around from like year 2000 to year 2006.
And was Cody in that first episode?
No, but
so just Cameoman.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Cameoman's nemesis, who was originally titled Nemesis.
Okay.
She was in there, and
do you remember what the struggle or what the story was about?
Well, it was a trailer, so the story wasn't really.
Oh, so you just made a trailer to start off with?
Yeah, and I think it was called Rayjack versus the 5000, where he goes to the bad guy's lair, and she just finishes making all these androids, and there's 500 androids, and he has the secret code to deactivate them, but she doesn't know that.
So this was before YouTube had come out, because YouTube came out 2005, 2006. And then I made my channel junior year of college. I created it in 2009. Fearsman was created in 2009, the channel. And then Fears Vlogs was created 2012, 2013.
Uh-huh.
So you actually made this cartoon, this animation of Cameoman before you even created Cameoman 2021 and the Mayor of Magic. And let me ask you next one. Since you created your channels, do you have that original cartoon, and did you upload it on the channel? That the first one is up on the channel.
The first one isn't the first one chronologically on my YouTube,
but it's on there.
But it's the first animation that I made of Rayjack.
Okay, got it. All right, I'm just checking to see if there's any more. Okay, no new comments. All right, so my next question is do you remember the first time you asked me to play Cody, and do you remember what that episode was called? Because I don't remember. I remember doing it, but I don't remember which one. I think it was the I've Been Stealing Your Yogurt. If it wasn't that, then it was the one where...
I think it was the one where I killed your dog.
Where you killed my dog, yeah. Because I remember it was called Cameoman Confessions, and we're going to bring those back.
Yeah.
Randall kind of forgot about those. Or, well, not really you forgot about them, we haven't done one in a while. Right?
I keep running out of secrets for Cameoman to have.
Well,
that would be worthy of keeping a secret, but not make him into like a criminal.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We need to do another writing sesh and get some Cameoman confessions, because that was some of the favorite things we did. Like I've been stealing your yogurt. What? I've been stealing your yogurt is one of the greatest things we've ever created. Wasn't the first thing, but
really, Fierce? That's the greatest thing we created?
To me, it is. I love that. I love the rubber bullets episode. I love when Ray and Cody are in Crossfire, like that commercial. So that's just one of my favorites. One of my favorites.
That Crossfire commercial took me ages.
Yeah, but it was worth the wait because it was fucking mind-blowing, and it was fucking great. It was amazing. So yeah,
I have heard other people say they love that Crossfire commercial.
I'm one of them because I fucking loved it. It was great. Like 10 out of 10. There's not one bad thing about that I don't like. I love that one. So the very first one that you remember I remember I walk in and you said, hey Cody, I've got a secret to tell you. And then I start talking about a bunch of shit, and then Cameoman gets aggravated at Cody and says, Cody, listen, shut up for a second. I gotta tell you something. I ran over your dog. And then it zooms up on Cody's face and he goes, Cameoman, you son of a bitch. And then it fades out. Do you remember this? That's the first thing as Cody did. So yeah.
Now I'll tell you, I'm writing the last draft of Cameoman, the feature film.
Yeah.
I've gotten way over page count. I've already got 156 pages of this.
Wow, that's awesome.
And I'm not even into the third act yet.
Wow. Okay.
So and there is a scene in there that's kind of like the Cameoman confession thing. So here's how it plays out.
Okay. So
Cameoman and Cameo Kid get truth serum darts.
Okay.
And from Professor Cool, who is like the Q in James Bond.
Yeah.
So Cody goes, wow, how did these work? And Cameoman was like, I don't know, let's find out. And he shoots Cody in the knee with the truth serum dart.
Okay.
And then he says, so, Cody, done anything bad recently? And he's like, no, nothing recently. I may have like stolen like $5 out of your pocket, but And then I go, oh, really? $5? Well, that's no big deal, Cody. Anything else? And he goes, yeah, you remember your pet bunny that you had that died because...
Or his dog or whatever?
No, it was a bunny.
I thought you were...
This is the screenplay.
Oh, the screenplay, okay.
So he says, yeah, you remember your bunny that died, and I told you it died because it got run over by somebody because it got left out of the cage? And it's like, yeah. It's like, I actually just left the bunny out in the sun for too long, and it died. And then I go, you killed Mr. Sniffles? Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Sniffles, okay.
Yeah. You killed Mr. Sniffles? And he's like, yeah. And he goes, Ray.
That's a funny name for a bunny.
Hold on. Don't talk. So he goes, hey, Ray, are you mad? And Ray goes, no, Cody, I'm not mad. I'm not the one going to hell.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so is there any other origin stories that you want to tell about the creation of Cameoman before we move on?
No, I'm good.
You wanted to tell a story, though?
Well, about my writer's group.
Yeah, you wrote something down. I don't want you to forget about it.
Yeah, so I go to a writer's group every...
Tell them the story. I need to use the restroom.
All right. I go to the writer's group every Monday. And sometimes after the writer's group, me and about like 6 or 7 writers go to a restaurant. We went to this pizza joint. And we were all sitting at the table. And my friend, who is writing a murder novel, we're all giving her ideas on how to kill people, in her book. But nobody around us knew that we were talking about a book. They didn't know we were writers. So the waitress is there, and she's, like, pouring her water. And I'm like, yeah, you know how you should kill them? You should poison them. And then, like, my other friend, Jim, is like, no, you know what you should do? You should shoot them 2 times in the head and kill them that way. And then, again, the waitress has no idea that we're writers talking about a book. She's just pouring the water with a horrified look on her face. And I saw the look on her face, and I was like, excuse me, we're writers. We're not actually plotting to kill anybody. This is all like, this is all like plots for a book. We're not actually saying we're going to poison or shoot somebody.
Oh, I was going to wait till you were finished. All right, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
So, yeah, and I just thought it was hilarious. So, and
yeah.
She goes, oh, thank God. And I was like, yeah, we're not plotting murder to murder anybody.
What? Murder? Oh, my God! All right.
Yeah.
So, I got 2 more questions about the creation of Cameoman.
Oh, okay.
Whenever you created him, what was the very first villain that Cameoman ever faced? Ever?
Well, at the time, I was a gigantic gigantic Terry Hatcher fan.
Okay.
And back in the 90s, Hatcher was smoking hot.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she's still kind of hot. She was just more hot in the 90s.
Yeah. And I had a dream of this woman, like I was in a hotel room, and this was like 1992, so I was like 12 at the time.
Okay.
I had a dream I was in a hotel room, and this woman who looks exactly like Terry Hatcher kicks open the door. She's got a big giant 6-shooter gun and starts shooting up the entire hotel room.
Okay.
And then she runs out of bullets. I brush past her and jump over the railing onto the first floor, and I land in some bushes. And that's where I got the idea for Nemesis. So
Nemesis was the very first villain ever.
And this was way before Resident Evil, because Resident Evil came out in like 2002, 2003.
Yeah.
And this was before Star Trek Nemesis too.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, I named my character Nemesis before Star Trek Nemesis, and I named it before Resident Evil.
Resident Evil, yeah.
So yeah, it was an original name at the time, but you know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one of my secret fears is that some really famous filmmaker like Quentin Tarantino or somebody is going to come out with a movie called Cameoman. I'll be like, son of a bitch, beat me to it.
And then my last question is what's your favorite collab where Cameoman has interacted with Fearsman? Because there's been a couple of like funny commercials that they've been together, and then there's been like Fearsman has came into a couple episodes of Cameoman, and Cameoman is just starting to get into Fearsman episodes, because the last episode, Cameoman and Cody helped out Randall Brownstein and Fearsman locate Black Aldrin's secret lair.
You know what my favorite one is when we did that not Sleepwalkers. I was thinking of a different Stephen King movie. When we did that parody of Pet Sematary.
Yes.
And Cody's going down the road, and he stops the road, and he's like, I want to go down that road.
And Fearsman flies through it, right?
Yeah, he flies in the background.
But what's great...
He's in there for about, like, 2 seconds.
But what's great is, if you look, Randall kept having him fly by. Fearsman flies this way. They keep talking. Fearsman flies back this way. Then Fearsman flies back that way, I believe. Doesn't he fly through it 3 times?
Yeah. So
it's 3 or 4 times. But yeah, that's a good one.
I did the same thing in the special edition of Fearsman 6. I had
not Fearsman 6 because we haven't wrote it yet.
Oh, Fearsman 5.
5.
In the special edition, D-Man flies across.
D-Man, yeah. Because D-Man's in the 5th one, right?
He's in mine. Yeah.
You just didn't put him in mine.
Yeah.
But 6. But 6, we're going to bring back Timmy, and we're going to bring back D-Man. They're both going to be in 6.
Yeah, I promised D-Man that I would put him in there, and when I gave him to you, I was like, oh shit, I forgot to put him in.
Yeah, did you put Timmy in number 5? I forgot. Is Timmy in there somewhere?
I think she's on a billboard. Or
she's on a billboard.
On a magazine.
Because we always put Timmy in there somehow, some way.
Yeah.
All right, so... anything else for the creation?
No, and I don't have any questions for you. You're gonna have to wing it.
Oh, Fearsman?
Yeah.
I've already got planned what I want to say.
All right, go ahead.
Because my creation of Fearsman is more in depth. Like I created a little bit of him here. I waited a couple of years, created more of him here, and then when we got together and started hanging out, then I created a little bit in college, added some more layers to him, and then so on. So, but the initial here, let me answer the comments real quick. Let's see here. Chicken Wizard says, is that how you became friends because you both made your own superhero characters? No, me and Randall actually became friends in film school. Randall, as far as I remember, we first met in that audio class. Remember we had a project together?
Yeah.
And we had to create a whole movie without any images. We just had to make an audio clip, and we had to play the audio clip for our teacher. And me and Randy, I think the teacher put us together. That's how my memory is. Did we pick?
I don't remember.
Either Chicken Wizard, I don't remember. I don't recall. Either me and Randy said, "Hey, Fears, you want to be my team member?" Or the teacher put us together. Then me and Randy had so much fun making that audio project that it's lost, Randy. It's on that lost hard drive.
And I told you
the big brick that broke down.
Yeah.
So at some point, that audio clip is on there, and whenever I find, as I still have the big brick hard drive, Randy told me about a website where you can take it, and I'm gonna have them fix it, and I'll have all those projects that I lost Well, not lost, but they're trapped away on that fucking hard drive. And then I'm going to upload all those fucking lost projects on Fearsman 26, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I remember remember that little ITT place or whatever at film school?
It was IT.
IT or whatever the fuck it was called. I brought that hard drive and they're like, Fears, I got some good news and I got some bad news. And I was like, all right, well, hit me with the good news. Like, the good news is we can save about 50%. The bad news is the other 50% we're not going to be able to locate. So when I asked Randy, I was like, well, Randy, if they couldn't save it back then, he said, well, Fears.
Technology's come
so far. And he goes, I know a company where you can send it. I said, Randy, I still got that hard drive in Missouri. It's in a box collecting dust. I'll grab, and that fucking, remember the hard drive was like that fucking long?
Yeah.
And that wide?
Yeah.
And it was heavy as shit.
Yeah.
And I would lug that fucking thing around in my backpack. Didn't do wonders for my back, you know. I was like, oh, great. It weighs 30 fucking pounds in my backpack. Rad. So I'm going to take it, and you said the company's out here.
Well, it wasn't 30 pounds, but yeah.
It felt like 30 pounds.
Yeah.
I'd say it was more like 15 pounds, but it was a fucking bitch to carry around.
And they gave us these huge backpacks, and these were like double-decker backpacks.
And I didn't use that one. It was so uncomfortable.
I use that one all the time, and I took the bus, I took like 3 buses to Collins and 3 buses back, because I didn't drive at the time.
That's right. Yeah. You got your license.
Driving in 2019.
You got your license after.
Yeah.
And actually, you got your license right before I moved down, remember?
Yeah.
I remember when I was preparing to move down and my mom and dad was helping me, you called me one day and was like, hey, Fears, guess what? I've got great news. And I was like, what? And you're like, dude, I just passed my test.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, no fucking way, dude. And I was like, well, that's what's up, Randy. So, that's how we became friends, Chicken Wizard. And before I tell you the creation of Fearsman, then the second project we worked on was we were just goofing off in lab. Remember that lab that we had to go in and like log lab hours? And it was a room where we had to log in on a computer and we'd work on our homework and our projects, and you had to log a bunch of lab time, and it would give you credits to graduate, essentially. And basically, is that what it was?
Yeah.
And half the time, me and Randy would just goof off in there. Sometimes Randy would help me with projects because Randy's more tech savvy than me. I'd be like, Randy, get over here. I don't know how to do this fucking Photoshop thing. Randy would help me.
Yeah.
And
now that picture you were trying to create, Fears, would be super easy now.
Now it's super easy, but back then I was like, how the fuck do you cut off his head? I was basically trying to turn a Superman photo into a Fearsman photo because even back then I was thinking of Fearsman shit. Yeah. And Randy's like, Fears, it's easy. Just cut Brandon Ruff's head off, put your head on, and he goes, wear a blue shirt, stand in front of that green screen. Remember that little green screen we had? And he goes, just cut off your head and put it on his body, and then just use the Photoshop colors. And I put the big yellow F over his Superman crest, and I turned it. That's another project.
Now with AI, you can just say...
Now you can just do it with AI, and it's like 10 times fucking easier. You don't even need Photoshop.
It looks 500 times better.
Yeah, that one that I just made of me punching the blueberry in the face. Yeah. I'll have to show it to you before you leave. Yeah. Anyway, so that's how our friendship was born, through that audio class, and then us basically just goofing off. I remember I'm doing my homework, and remember you're like, hey, Fears, I've been working on this for about an hour. And Randy made this block video where it was a block guy.
They're called bounding boxes.
It was a bounding...
It was a wireframe 3D of Neo's...
like him dodging bullets.
From the Matrix.
Yeah. And Randy made a block creature getting shot with a block gun with block bullets, and he's all dodging it. I burst out into laughter.
That was in Poser, actually.
Is that what the program was?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know what the program, but you kind of like nudged me, and you're like, Fears, look at this. And I was like, what are you working on? And you're like, oh, I've just been dicking around for about an hour. Yeah. And I go, oh, okay. I'm like, so this ain't a project? And you're like...
I got really proficient on that program for a
while.
But
remember how much time we wasted in that lab?
Yeah, you may have wasted time.
I wasted a lot of time, but
I
see...
was not wasting time.
But no, that's not true. You would waste sometimes with me, because we would hang out and just, like, make random projects, because that's how our friendship was born.
Yeah.
So, but I'll tell you this. Randy was a little bit more... like on the job when it comes to homework. Like, you would do your homework first and then goof off with me. I was the reverse. I would goof off in lab the entire time. Then when I got home to my apartment in Arizona, then I would do my homework.
Yeah.
Because I was like, well, I'm just going to like dick around and just hang out with Randy.
Yeah.
And so we made all these funny memes. So even back then we were making memes. Remember all the funny like memes?
Uh-huh.
We made one where Fears is running. I don't know if do you remember this meme where I remember it clear as day. I'm running down a road and there's thousands of zombies behind me. And Fearsman is holding my hand.
Uh-huh.
And me and Fearsman are holding hands, running down the fucking street. I put a terrified look on my face like that. And then I think I smiled as Fearsman, and it's Fearsman holding my hand, running down the road with 1,000 zombies. Do you remember that one?
No.
You don't remember that one?
No.
We made that one.
Okay.
That was another photo that I lost on the hard drive, but I remember us making that one.
Yeah.
So it was a mixture of that, Chicken Wizard. How many stacks of Blu-rays are to the left of you, Randy?
Let me count. 1, 2, a shitload.
A shitload. And you know what? That's nothing, Chicken Wizard.
And a lot of these are unopened.
Yeah. I'll get to. Don't
worry.
worry. I'll get to them. I'll get to them.
Yeah.
Most of this.
Show them that pile over to the.
Oh, I will show them. They've already seen that pile.
That's already. Those are all. Yeah.
This is mostly TV, but I've gotten so many I've had to put some Blu-rays on there, and then everyone's seen this, but.
Yeah, there's fucking like 500.
Probably 500. Well, Visions asked me how many, and I was like, if I had to guess, I'm like, maybe 300's over there. I'm like,
you should go and count one.
I should count.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how many's over there. Let me plug in my wire.
Well, you know, if you count one of those stacks, I mean, almost all those stacks.
Yeah, but different. There's different numbers of that stack.
Yeah,
they're not all the same number.
Almost all of them are the same. So you can get a guesstimate by counting one stack and then just giving yourself the same thing.
Well, you know how the trolls are.
Well, you know what? Here, you do that. I'm going to count the tiny stack, and I'm going to tell you how much is in it.
I'm telling you, don't do an approximation, because if you don't do an exact number, the trolls will be like, "Oh, Fears lied about his Blu-rays." One day I'll sit over there and I'll count exactly how many Blu-rays are over.
All right. Well, I mean, the only way I can count them is to do an approximation. I'm not going to sit there and do.
But what I'm saying is, I'm going to sit there one day and I'll count them all up, because I'm telling you. If you do an approximation, one of those idiots will be like, "Oh, you're lying, Fears," and I'm like, "Well, the only way to figure it out is to count every single one of them." So I'll count them one day.
Okay.
But yeah,
I need to watch them one day.
I will. I'll get around to them eventually. I'm making progress. I watched 2 or 3 on the stack the other day.
Yeah.
I just keep adding to the stack, so I'll get around to it.
Yeah.
Chicken Wizards says Timmy is a woman. Had no idea. Yeah, Timmy is a woman. Timmy's a woman.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
We don't know.
Timmy's been in the community off and on.
Timmy has.
Here's
the thing. I had a neighbor named Timmy who was a woman.
Yeah.
So I mean.
But the Timmy that there is, I think Tommy told me about Timmy. Timmy always, like in Timmy's profile, it looks like a woman, and then she's got a purple fedora hiding one eye. So you can't really make out if it's a woman or a man, but we think it's a woman.
Yeah, the woman who lived next to me that's name was Timmy, I asked her, "Hey, it's kind of odd for a woman to be named Timmy. How did you get the name?" And she goes, "Oh, the way I got the name was that my parents really wanted a boy, and they were so dead set on the name. And they said, even if we don't have a boy, we're still going to name him Timmy because we really like that name."
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, they said, we don't even care if it's a girl. Timmy's going to be the name.
Well, we got plans for Timmy in the cartoon.
Yeah.
And the Mockingbird. And I don't know if I can tell anymore.
Yeah, don't tell anymore. Zip it.
Oh,
Talk about the creation of Fearsman.
Should I tell about Milkman?
Oh, yeah.
Milkman is coming back. I don't know if you guys remember. We were going to put him in episode 1. But then I said, well, Randall, before the Milkman, before the villain, Milkman is kind of be like the Lex Luthor of Fearsman's domain. Kind of.
And the way we came up with Milkman,
it was both, but you had the initial idea, though.
Yeah, I said, like, Fearsman's weakness is Crohn's.
Crohn's.
And, people can't have milk when they're on Crohn's. What's a perfect villain for Fearsman?
And then
who would have milk.
And I think this is how I shouted out, remember those 1950s and Milkman? And then you couldn't remember what they looked like. So then you looked up and said, Fears, I know exactly how to draw him. So I said Milkman. Then you animated it, made that little teaser trailer. Yeah. And I was like, Randy, oh, that's fucking genius.
And then, like, the Milkman is not only kind of Lex Luthor, he's also kind of the Joker. So I said,
yeah, it's a mixture. Yeah.
Yeah. So I said, Joker has Harley. Wouldn't the Milkman have a sidekick? And I said, the Milkmaid.
The Milkmaid. Yeah.
And like we get a lot of our ideas for episodes from Superman and Batman. And I said, Joker 2 just came out, and we figured out this. There's this app called Songer.
Yeah.
And you can make any kind of music that you want. So we're gonna make a Milkman and Milkmaid. When their episode comes, it's gonna have
like a little song.
It's gonna be like a little musical, just like we're gonna do it 10 times better than that shit film Joker 2.
Well, I haven't seen Joker 2 because that's over there.
It's shit.
Well, don't tell me anything. Yeah. I'm gonna watch it for myself. It's on the pile. It's over there.
It is almost universally hated. I think he got like a 14 on that.
Yo, Chicken Wizard is probably watching my show right now because he's doing a show right now. So he's probably watching my show.
It's a show within a show.
Yeah. So hang on,
that's very meta.
Randall. Let me just go to the Discord and see if he's actually watching my show. Hang on. Let's see if he is. What's up, Lantern? Good to see you. And then as soon as I see if Lantern is watching our show, then I'm gonna do the creation of Fearsman.
Yeah.
But shout out to Lantern. Lantern, I hope you're doing all right. Lantern, I'll try to come in your show at least once tonight because we got to get to sleep here soon. So we're trying to like get through the stream as quickly as possible. Let's see if he's watching it, Randall. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, hang on. It says, be right back.
After these messages.
Oh, wait.
We'll be right back.
Oh, wait. Visions says in Lantern's chat, you're either shitting, watching Fearsman stream, or both. He said that to Lantern.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Well, I don't want to interrupt Lantern's stream, you know. Maybe he put it, like, on hold and he's watching ours. Lantern, you didn't have to do that. You can watch your show if you want, you know. But I appreciate it. But yeah. We just did it tonight because we got back kind of late, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway. Well, thanks, Lantern. I appreciate that, buddy. We were just trying to get a quick one in, you know. We were trying to... Anyway. So, let's see. Let me catch up with the chat here. He says, yo, Fears. Shout out to the chat. Oh, howdy, Randy. Lantern says hello.
Hello.
He says, oh, howdy, Chicken Wizard. Okay, we're watching y'all stream. Nice. Okay, well, that's good.
There we go.
There you go. Cheers to you guys. So before I talk about the creation of Fearsman, let's talk about our day. I got up at around 8 or 9.
Yeah.
I got to and then I slept in a little bit. I was tired. So I initially got up at 8 or 9. Randy called and said, Fears, can I sleep in a little bit? And I said, yeah. I said, Randall, I'm tired. I'm going to sleep in for another hour. Uh-huh. I slept in. I left here about 11-ish. And it takes about an hour and a half to get to Randall's house. So did I get there at 12:30 or 1?
I don't know,
around there. And then
actually around 2 o'clock.
Was it? Oh yeah, that's right, because I ran into some traffic. Excuse me, you are correct. So we didn't get back until like 3 something. Came here, I showed Randall all the new stuff in my apartment. Then we went and got some gas. I'm sorry, we went and got gas, then we came here.
Yeah.
I
already had gas.
There you are. I always have gas because I'm Fearsman. There you go. That was a pun on a pun on a pun on a pun, Randall. You need some help?
No.
Okay. It looked like you were stretching or something.
No.
Anyway, so we got home. I showed you all the new props over there. I showed you all the new Lego builds in here. I put some more I put some more NECA figures up there. Put Jason up there. All that crap.
Is that Fangirl Kate? Who is that?
That's Caleb Templeman. What's up? Let's see if it's the real Caleb. Because I know his channel. Oh, it is the real Caleb. What's up, Caleb? Man, Caleb has not been in a...
Caleb has been a consistently awesome fan.
Awesome fan, awesome friend. Yeah. Caleb makes Fears Vlogs and Fearsman 26 logos, the channel art, and I hired him. And Caleb, I haven't told anyone yet, but Caleb and me are about to make some new channel art. I always try to switch my channel art either every 2 years or every year. So it's about time. I've had that old channel art on there for a while.
Yeah.
So, Caleb, after Randall leaves, I'm going to be calling you soon because I know exactly what I want for my new channel art, my friend. That's right. So, yeah, let's see. I removed the vlogs and tech from the channel name. Okay, I got you. Yeah, that's cool. Keep it simple. All right, Randall, are you ready for the creation of Fearsman? I think the fans are. I've told them a little bit, but I'm going to tell them the whole story. So, the origins of it, I was either in first grade or second grade. I can't remember. It was one of those. I had to create a project. The teacher said, it initially started off as a writing project. And then she said, well, let's get creative with it. She goes, I want you to write an essay about a superhero. And she said, it has to have a name. Whether it's a guy or a girl, it has to. He or she has to have powers. He has to have a backstory. He has to have a name. Why his name is that? Why he has these powers? Does he live on another planet? Does he live on Earth? Does he travel to Earth? All that crap. And then I didn't ask, but somebody in the class said, "Can we draw a picture of him?" And the teacher said, "That's a great idea." So I went to work. Picture a little Fears. I'm sitting at my desk. I'm thinking of all these funny ideas. Back then, not much has changed, Randall. I love to make people laugh back then, and I love to make people laugh now. Yeah. And I thought to myself, I've already got a cool name. I've got a cool name. It's going to be Fears something. At first, it was Fears Guy, Fears Boy, and I just ended up calling him Fearsman because I love Superman, and Superman was the inspiration. Without Superman, there would be no Fearsman. So I'm sitting at the desk. I'm like, Fears Boy, Fears Guy, Fears. I was just going to call him Fears at one point. One time I thought about Fearsy. I'm like, no. It's got to be something more epic. Finally, Fearsman. So I got the name first. And then I did it reverse. We were supposed to write the essay first. Yeah. I created Fearsman. And initially, Fearsman had both yellow, blue, and red, and orange, because I like orange for Halloween. Yeah. So he initially had 4 colors. I did a couple of drawings, and I've showed the fans the old drawings. But the final drawing, I said, that's too many colors. I said, Superman's only got 3. I knocked out the orange, and I said, well, I'll simplify it. I'll only have my 2 favorite colors. My 2 favorite colors of all time are blue and yellow. So once I had that, I was like, I'll make it look like Superman, but knock out the red. And then I've never liked the Clark Kent look. I like Clark Kent, but I was like, I don't want to do the curl because that's the most stupidest thing about Superman.
Well, you know what he has the curl, right?
Like, let me see your glasses real quick. Anybody in the natural free world would know.
These glasses are very fragile. I don't know if I want them.
I promise I'll be careful with them. Okay. I promise.
Because, I mean, like...
I promise.
These are like $167.
I promise I won't break them, Randall.
Okay.
So, if Superman was really a person, him going, look, I'm Clark Kent. No, I'm Superman. People would be like, no, you're not Superman. You're Clark Kent without a little curl. So, I was like, there you go, Randall. Yeah. So, I was like, I'll just skip all the glasses shit, and I'll just put a mask on him. So that's how the mask was created. Yeah. So yeah. Let's see. Randy, probably he seems like the strong silent type.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's one of the jokes that I do. Like Fears, when we go out today, like Fears goes up to the Outback booth and he's like, he sees this one woman and he's like,
well, I was hitting on
muchos locos. How is this?
Well, she was Spanish.
Yeah, she's Spanish. She's like, hey, mucho caliente. Thank you, excelente.
Yep.
And he did all this, and he talked like nonstop for a good minute.
2 minutes.
She goes, who is this? And I go, I'm Randy. I'm the talkative one. You know?
Yeah.
It's funny because Vera says that a lot.
I've been trying to learn more Spanish.
Yeah, I know, and that is a good skill that'll help you.
I've been trying to learn more Spanish. Yeah. I've been I found some free courses online, and I swear, on my off time, I've been trying to learn more Spanish.
That's good. I've been doing Russian, so I know Jan and
do some Russian for the fans.
Yamnoga Gavaru Peruski, Wiapanamachi Pongoliski.
Nice.
Yep. Yanipinamayo is I don't understand.
I did it for 2 reasons, Randall.
Yeah.
One, she was a hot, sexy Spanish girl, and I was like, that girl's smoking hot.
Yeah.
I'll impress her with some of my Espanol.
And you did. She was impressed.
She looked and she goes, oh, very good accent. I'm impressed. She goes, how long have you been trying to learn Spanish? I said, I took Spanish in high school. Then I left it alone for years. And I said, now, recently, this year and last year, I've been coming back to it. And she went, you're doing good.
You see, me, I learned, I used to go to this one bar next to it. It wasn't a bar. It was a bar and grill. Yeah. And I go, and there was this one woman there, and her name was Natasha. Oh, my God. She was so beautiful. And she was Russian. So,
that was my next question.
Yeah, so she was Russian. So, like, when I got home, Pimsleur at the time was doing this thing where they would send you a CD for $9.99. So I liked this girl a lot, and so I sent out for the CD. They put it down for me, and it gives you like 6 lessons, and they break the words up into little chunks so you can study it easier.
But I should tell the fans, this Spanish girl, when I say perfectly flawless, perfect. I mean, like tits going fucking nuts, long brown flowing hair. What was her name? Sierra?
I don't remember.
I think it was Sierra. She's like, hi, I'm Sierra. And I was like, oh, hi, I'm John. And then she's like, hola. And I was like, hola, ¿cómo está? Mi llamo Juan Miedos. Mucho excelente, señora. And I was going nuts with it. Yeah. She was like, oh, very good. And I was like, see ya. So there it is. Anyway, interesting creative process, Mr. Fears. So yeah. So yeah.
Basically, and you got to tell him.
Oh look, it's a troll, Randall. Well, yeah, bye. You're gone. There you are. All right. He had to push it. And I don't put up with it. So bye. You're gone.
Yeah.
It was probably Yakov in disguise, or should I say Jackoff? All right. Anyway, so back to the creation of Fearsman. So I got his name, and then I just thought, well, I love to make people laugh, and I was like, just as an adult, I farted a lot when I was a kid, even before Crohn's.
Yeah.
So the Crohn's wasn't there to begin with. When I got diagnosed with Crohn's later, I added that to the character. Because I didn't get Crohn's until I was 16. So when I was in 1st or 2nd grade, I was, 8, 9, 10, whenever it was. And so I just said, I want to make the most funniest, unique parody version of Superman, but have him do gross, funny, disgusting things. Yeah. Like throw up on people, and the throw up would be like acid and like burn their flesh off. Shit on people, fart on people, like his toxic fumes would like have somebody pass out. Yeah. And I thought, what would be the most funniest stuff? So I just kept adding that in. The teacher read it, thought there was something wrong with me, pulled me out into the hallway, and she went, I remember it clear as day, she went, Mr. Fears, I admired your creativity. But she's like, are you okay? And I went, yeah, I'm fine. Why? She goes, well, some of the things that you wrote about Fearsman, I'm concerned with.
Yeah, poopy and swamp ass.
And then she was like, throwing up on people is not good, and is his throw up acid? I was like, yeah. And then she's like, and then I was like, did you like poopy? And she's like, not really. And I said, why
did you like poopy?
I know. And then I remember saying something to her. I don't remember exactly, but I said something like, so what? I'm like, I can't be as creative as I want. She goes, you can be creative as you want, but she's like, can you dial it back a little bit?
Yeah, no more Nipple Man. Nipple Man's got to go.
But guess what? I just, to humor her, I said, yeah, I'll dial it back. Guess what? As soon as I got back into the classroom, I was like, fuck dialing it back. Guess what? Swamp Ass, Urine Man, Nipple Man, that was all his villains. And guess what? Even though I didn't dial it back, I still got an A on the project.
I'm going to dial it back, and I'm not going to do Nipple Man.
We're doing Nipple Man.
No, I'm not doing
We're doing Nipple Man.
You could AI Nipple Man.
Come on, dude.
I'm not doing that.
We got to have a big nipple on his forehead. No, Randall, it's a classic character. All right. We got to do Nipple Man. We're going to do Urine Man. We got to do Poopy, and we got to do Swamp Ass.
Urine Man's going to be really funny to animate, because like he could just be like made of urine, And he could,
no. I've got the original photo, and I'll show you. It was a white costume with a massive yellow U for urine.
Oh, is that what the U is for?
Urine man. And then Poopy lived on the planet Poop.
No, he lived on Poopopolis.
That's even better. That's better. We should do that.
Yeah, write that down.
I am. Wait, where's the Bible? We got to add it down. Give me the Bible. We got to write that down.
Poopopolis.
Poopopolis. The Fearsman Bible.
And, put a little asterisk for
All right, so
put a little asterisk for every idea I come up with.
No, this is a mixture of your ideas and mine. Don't even go there, Randall. This is half your ideas, half my ideas.
Okay.
So, all right, so what was it? Poopopolis?
Poopopolis.
And then what about Urine Man? Where should he come from?
Urinopolis.
Should it be that?
Urinopolis.
All right. All right. So,
Urinopolis.
Poopy's Planet. This is fucking great, Randall.
Yeah, I can tell it's great because I'm laughing.
Because it's listen, this is going back old school, man. This is like first, second grade, just making people laugh.
said he's going to save these notes for posterity.
Yeah, He's
going to have this notebook 50 years into the future.
Yeah, no one's. I don't mind giving the fans this, but no one will get the Fearsman Bible. Yeah. If the trolls got these ideas, they'd be making, Fearsman troll videos for life. So they will never see these notes. This is me and you. All right, Fearsman's Planet. Poopy's Planet.
Poopopolis.
And then Urine Man.
Urinopolis.
And I don't even know how to spell that, Randall, so I'm going to let you write them down.
All right.
Because I know I'll fuck it up.
All right.
Oh, sorry, buddy. There you go. So, once I had the teacher's A-OK, I didn't dial it back. I just kept thinking of funny shit, and I wrote the essay finally. So I did the picture first, Randall. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. I thought of the name first, Fearsman. Then I did the picture, Randall. Then I did the writing essay, and then it all came together, and I got an A+ on the project.
Well, what was that one villain we came up with when we were in the massage chairs?
It's in here somewhere.
No, who helped us? So
it's in here somewhere.
Somebody called you, like one of the fans. And then he said, "Fears, I don't want to rain on your parade."
That was Walter. Walter created it.
White, yeah. He said,
it's in here.
He said, "Fears."
But don't say it because then they'll steal it.
Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna reveal it one time. So.
Yeah, but don't say it until we reveal it.
Well, then I can't finish the story. So
yeah, but anyway, to end the story, Walter said, "Fears, you always mess up on this name of this certain drink.
Yeah.
You need to. It's called this.
No, it's actually a stone. What it is.
He said, this is how you pronounce it. He goes, but I want you to create a villain and call it.
No, I
or you said, I'm sorry. But Walter said, you should turn that into a villain. And I went, that's fucking genius, Walter. Told Randall the idea. Randall said, Fears, take what Walter said, and then you wrote it down and said, what about this? Yeah. And I was like, that's genius, Randall.
And because the way to cure writer's block, the number one way is to just live life and take things out of your own life and use them in reality. Because, the problem with the latest Cameoman script is, I can't stop thinking of ideas. I have a normal screenplay is, 100 to 110 pages long.
Yeah.
Right now I have 156 pages.
Yeah.
And I have boatloads of ideas for places where I could go next. I have too many ideas floating around in my mind right now.
Yeah.
That I'm like, I'm never going to get to end this story. Although, which is okay, because, Star Wars.
Yeah.
George Lucas originally wrote 300 pages for Star Wars, and he said, you know what? This is so good. I'm going to break this up. I'll make the first 100 pages part 1. I'll make the next 700 pages part 2. I'll make the first 100 pages part 1, the next 100 pages part 2, and the next 100 pages part 3. Mm-hmm. And then he eventually called them episodes 4, 5, and 6.
We gotta hurry, Randall.
Okay, yeah.
Because we need to get to bed here soon. Because we got to be up at 8. So I'm gonna quickly finish this story, and we'll do the top 10s, and then we gotta finish. Because Lantern put his stream on hold, and I don't want to interrupt. So Lantern, I didn't know you were gonna put it. There's a big sign on Lantern's thing that says "Be right back."
Yeah.
Lantern, that's very nice, and that shows you how much Lantern is a fan because he doesn't want to miss the show.
Yeah.
So, Lantern, I'm sorry. I didn't know that you would stop it. You're more than welcome to keep going. But anyway, I appreciate it. Anyway, so after I got my grade, really, Fearsman sat on the shelf for years after I got the project. Then in middle school, I was just doodling one day. And so I created some more pictures of him. It was you know how, and like,
I love s'mores.
There you go. You know those writing assignments that like the teachers, well, at least my teachers did it this way. She would have a paragraph and you'd have to fill in the boxes with words.
Yeah.
On the back. Mad Libs. So yeah, so she had like a bunch of papers of them stapled together. And on the back of each of those work assignments, I drew a picture of Fearsman because I was so fucking bored. And I didn't care. It was math class, and I fucking hate math. So I just kept drawing doodles. She came up and was like, what are these? And she almost threw them away, and I said, well, it's my homework assignment. I've just been doodling on the back. And she goes, well, as long as you pay attention and as long as you fill them out and turn them in, she goes, I'll give them back to you. Because I asked her, I said, you're not taking my doodles. And she finally graded them. I got a good grade, and she gave me the doodles back. So I did a few doodles in middle school. Then again, Fearsman sat on the shelf again for a couple more years. High school rolled around. And in high school was the first time I did an editing class. And in between us editing videos in that class, I edited the one time we did a video yearbook. And then I helped edit the normal yearbooks. Because I was on a lot of things in high school. I was on the prom committee. I was on student council. I was in the drama club and did all the plays. I played football, wrestling, and track. I did Thespian Society, which is acting. And in between all that shit, I would just doodle Fearsman. So I did a couple more drawings of Fearsman. Then after high school, he sat on the shelf for a couple more years. And then eventually, when we got to film school, whenever we did that late night with Mike, I thought, this is my chance. This is my chance to flesh Fearsman out. And they said, Fears, they said, you're in charge of props, decorating Mike's desk.
Yeah.
Me and Mike got together. Mike's like, Fears, you're such a cool guy. You're so animated. You got tons of energy. Ask the director. He goes, I want to interview you. I was the second interview with Late Night with Mike. The first bit of the show, I lost that on that fucking hard drive.
Yeah.
So the first one, my interview, was some guy. He was kind of a quiet guy, and every time before class started and ended, he would always play with his hacky sack. He was always bouncing his sacky up, and I said, Mike, I don't know if...
He was always bouncing his sacky?
His hacky sack. That's right. And he was good. He would bounce that hacky sack off his head, off his knee, and he was doing tricks with it. And Mike...
He would play with his sack is what he's trying
That's right. He did. He played it with his sacky a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, to not coin a pun, basically, it was either my idea, I believe it was Mike's idea, but I encouraged Mike's idea. He says, hey, Fears, have you got any characters? Because they said, you were sick one day, and we assigned everyone a project. And I was like, oh, just give me whatever's left over, because I was sick with my Crohn's. And he goes, well, the only thing left is, he goes, we got props. He goes, do you mind picking me up one day? He goes, I want a bunch of props on my desk, because I'm going to be the interviewer. I went, yeah, we'll find some shit at, like, Goodwill. Me and Mike bought a bunch of shit to decorate his set. And when he was out and about, he's like, well, I need someone else to interview. He goes, if we just have one interview, the late night will be short. And I was like, does anyone not have a assignment besides me? He goes, well, you got props. And then when I dropped him off at his apartment, he said, Fears, why don't you just be the other interview? He goes, have you got any ideas? Have you got any characters? I went, actually, I do. And he goes, can you make a costume of Fearsman? I said, oh, yeah. I did it in a night. Ran to Walmart. I bought some yellow cleaning gloves, a blue shirt. I bought yellow, like, gym shorts. And I just took some fabric and I cut out an F, glued an F, a yellow F on the blue shirt. I took yellow material and blue material, and I didn't sew it. I just stapled and glued the yellow material and the blue material together to make a cape. I tied it around my neck, the only thing that didn't match is I didn't have any yellow Converse shoes. I wore my black Converse shoes, and then I put the yellow cleaning gloves on, and then to top it off, I was like, where am I going to find a mask? Yeah. And it was around Halloween time, so they were selling Halloween masks at Walmart. You know those little masquerade, like masks?
They're called domino masks.
Domino masks. It had feathers on it, so I went and bought it. I ripped off all the feathers, took some yellow spray paint, and I spray painted the mask yellow, let it dry, threw it on, and then they know because they've seen Late Night with Mike. Yeah. So then I added more layers to Fearsman then. And then after, I met the great Randini. Yeah. And we started a Fearsman project. Remember the one outside my house and you had to yell? Yeah. And you didn't want to? That was going to be a part.
Yeah, you know why I didn't want to yell, Fears? Because I didn't want your neighbors to call the cops on us for making a noise disturbance.
So, I don't remember why. I think you were playing the villain. Yeah. And you were screaming, and then Fearsman had to run out, punch you in the face. Yeah. You fell to the ground, and then it was going to zoom up, and Fearsman was going to do like a cheesy pose, and then that would be like, it was going to be a commercial. And we never got to finish it, so that was more layers to him. Yeah. And then that footage the footage is still on that brick hard drive probably. So the fans maybe one day will see it once I save that. Yeah. And then again,
there is a service that can read.
Well, I'm gonna find that hard drive and send it off because all the projects I lost is on that.
And I've got mine too.
And you've got lost.
Drives were shit. They were like a brick.
They were like that long.
If you dropped them, if it accidentally got bumped, like these things were going off the rails all the time. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let's see here. Mr. Lantern says, "Oh, howdy, Cave Sweaker." A lot of trolls tonight, Randall. Yeah. Let me just read what this idiot is saying. That's gross. I'm not even going to read it. Anyway, so...
Did you delete it?
I deleted it. I blocked him. Okay. Anyway, you can read deleted messages, though. I was just reading, and he's saying very bad stuff about you and me, so I deleted it. Anyway, so, after you and me did that little tiny project, Fearsman went back on the shelf again. Yeah. And it collected dust for quite a while, and then really what got it going, and we put it into overdrive, was when I officially became the voice of Cody. Yeah. I must have did Cody for about a year and a half. And was it when I moved down here I started Cody?
Yeah, yeah.
And then the year later you went, you know what, Fears? I'm getting kind of burnt out on Cameoman. You should have a cartoon. I want to do something different. He goes, do you have any ideas? And I went, Randall, time to flesh out Fearsman again. Yeah. And then so far he hasn't went back on the shelf. He's here. He's alive. And I love this version of Fearsman the best because we've added so many layers to Fearsman. Yeah. And that is the entire creation of Fearsman. So it started with a little first grade, second grade project, and now almost everybody loves Fearsman except for the trolls. Yeah. But almost all of them
love Fearsman. Fearsman's great.
I mean, he is great.
Fearsman is the man.
And what's great about Fearsman is you can do anything with Fearsman because he's a cartoon and he's a parody on a parody on a parody on a parody. 4 parodies. Yeah. It's a mixture of Superman, Batman, and then the entire DC and Marvel universe. Yeah. And he's an idiot, but he's a lovable idiot. There's aspects of Mr. Bean in there. Yeah. There's aspects of like Laurel and Hardy and Benny Hill and Charlie Chaplin in there. Yeah. And some of my other comedians, a little Jim Carrey in there.
See, I always tried to
But with Fearsman, you can do anything. That's what I love about him. So, he's not the greatest superhero in the world. And I was telling the fans the other day, I like that he's both a hero and an anti-hero because he's like Batman. Batman is a hero and he saves all of the good people and he kills bad people. Fearsman has killed a couple people in the cartoon so far. Yeah. But he saves people more than kills people. Yeah. Fearsman will only kill when he has to, you know? So, yeah.
Yeah, I tried to base Cameoman on, like, what would happen if any of this happened in real life. Because, like, I mean, I remember this scene.
Excuse me.
I had this. I mean, like, I base Cameoman in reality as much as possible. But I remember this scene out of The Dark Knight where the Dark Knight is going down the street.
Yeah.
And you remember that scene where the two kids are in the car and they're like going, bup, 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 bup.
Oh, yeah.
And then, like, meanwhile, Batman is like blowing up. He blows up like 10 cars before he whistles.
A lot of cars, yeah.
Kids.
A lot of them.
And I'm like, oh my God, if there were anybody, people own those cars. So people are owning those cars. They're asleep in their apartment. Go, yeah, and they hear this explosion outside, and they're like,
well,
what
then
the fuck is going on?
Then they did that scene, and then they parodied it. You know when he's like driving on the rooftops? They did a parody of that for the MTV Movie Awards.
Yeah, but it's like what, like I mean, like if I was doing The Dark Knight, I would have gone like the next day, like Batman's being sued by 10 people who blew their car up. You know, I was a sitting at home officer, and I was sound asleep with my wife. And I hear this large explosion, just like 10 of them, just like boom, boom, boom.
Oh, Randall, we've got a question.
Yeah.
Jesse, what's up, Jesse? I think is that a picture of a lantern? Hang on, let me see. Let me see what picture that is.
See, I can't do that on my.
You can't do it?
I can't do that on my streaming system where I click.
Oh wait, I think Jesse's a new fan because Jesse's got one video. Well, thanks, Jesse, for being a new fan. I've never seen you in the chat, but shout out to Jesse.
You're on a different stream that I usually use.
Well, I use either StreamYards, but I'm out of stream time right now.
Yeah.
I haven't committed. I should just do the $20 a month and get unlimited stream time. You pay $20 a month, you get unlimited, but you know, fears I'm a cheapo, so I just get the free stuff.
But I always thought, like, what if those two...
Anyway, Jesse's got a question.
Oh, okay, go
I didn't mean to interrupt. Jesse says, when is the next Fearsman superhero episode? Very soon. We're going to write... We've written the first part of Fearsman 6. Yeah. Tomorrow night, before we start the stream, me and Randall are going to finish the script. Randall's going to email me the script. And after this weekend, Randall is going to start drawing the cartoon... drawings.
Yeah. And Fear said if I can get it done in 2 weeks, he'll pay me like $60 or $70. Well, if I do it in 2 weeks.
If I doubt that it's going to be able to get done in 2 weeks.
Okay.
But I said I would like to get it out quicker. So I told the fans a long time ago, most of the new Fearsman episodes are going to be anywhere from 4 to 5 minutes. Because Randall said the shorter they are, Fears, the quicker I can get them out. Because you said you could probably get a 4 to 5 minute cartoon out within a month or two.
Yeah, right.
And I said I would rather the fans get a lot of episodes than to do like a 20-minute episode and have them wait a year.
Yeah.
So I've condensed each story, and I'm not going to tell you much, but in Fearsman 6, it's going to be, I'm going to call it Fearsman 6, The Search for the Mockingbird. They're looking for information to find out.
Like the real Fearsman would.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Because I want to destroy the Mockingbird at some point.
All right.
So they go to Black Aldrin's secret hideout because they think Black Aldrin is dead. They don't know that Black Aldrin is still alive.
That's a really wide-angle lens.
It is.
Yeah.
It does a long way. So they don't know that Black Aldrin, remember the ending credit on Fearsman 5? After the after credits, Black Aldrin's eyes open up. He's still alive. He does an evil laugh. Fearsman and Randall Brownstein don't know that. They think he's dead. They think he's suffocated in a yellow block that Fearsman created.
Yes, he suffocated, yep.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
You know what I meant, Randall. Don't fuck with me. It's late at night. I'm tired.
All right.
Suffocated. Is that how you say it?
Suffocated.
Suffocated. Excuse me. My bad.
There's no R in it.
My bad. So... Randall and Fearsman get an email from their boss, Dick Jones.
Yeah.
They read that a new gang has came to town, henceforth the Mockingbird. Yeah. The Mockingbird. They read the email and they say, try to contact Fearsman, try to have Fearsman find information about the Mockingbird. Uh-huh. So, because they do security in downtown St. Louis, so Dick Jones is like, I'm just going to warn you, there's a new gang about in the city of St. Louis. From that email, we haven't wrote it yet, but Randall is either going to tell Fearsman or I'm going to tell Randall, well, hey, we should start. We eliminated Black Aldrin. We should try to access some of his files out of Black Aldrin's computer in his underground hideout. And then when we get there, something terrible happens when we try to access the files. And then that's all I'm going to say. So, yeah. Anyway. So, that's all that we're going to reveal. So, yeah. So, that's the origin. All right, Randall. I think let's just do one top 10, and I think we'll call it a night because it's starting to get late, and we need to get our beauty sleep for the convention tomorrow.
Okay.
So which one do you want to do? Do you want to do top 10 vacations, or do you want to do top 10 superhero films?
Top 10 superhero films.
All right. Oh, hang on. I didn't mean to.
Marvel and DC.
Marvel and DC. All right. So here, let me see my pen real quick.
Okay.
All right. So here we go. So we'll do the top 10 vacations tomorrow because we need to get to sleep. All right. So here we are.
Top 10 Marvel DC.
Yeah.
It could be either Marvel.
It can be either one. Just you have to pick 10 of your favorites. Yeah. So top 10 Marvel / DC films.
Can we go in from greatest to least?
I'm just gonna pick my 10 favorites.
Okay.
You can do whatever you want. So I'm gonna go first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. First one, Superman. The very first one.
All right.
Superman.
Yeah.
Christopher Reeves. Superman 3.
We're not going to go back and forth?
No, I'm going to do all mine first and then yours. And then I'm going to write down your answers.
All right.
So, Superman 3, the first Iron Man, The Punisher with Thomas Jane. I didn't like Punisher Warzone.
Yeah.
I like John Bernthal as the Punisher and Thomas Jane. So, but for movies, The Punisher, the 2004 one. So Punisher, 2000. I think it was 2004, 2005 when that came out. Yeah. Number 5. Let's see here. Could
be Marvel or DC.
I know. I'm thinking. Captain America, the first one. Captain America. I like them all, but I love the first one the best.
The first Avenger?
No, the first. The first Captain America.
You're not talking about the Captain America that was released in 1990.
I like that one too. I'm gonna put that one down too. Yeah. I love because I grew up with that one. Yeah. Captain America 1990. That's a good one. Yeah. Because the guy that plays Dick Jones plays the president. Yeah. In that. What's his name? Ronnie
Cox.
Yeah, that guy. Captain America.
I would not like to have gone through school with that name.
Yeah. Talk about me getting trolled. That guy, Ronnie Cox. I bet he got trolled so much in school. All right. The first Batman movie. Yeah. The Adam West one. Yeah. Batman, the 1960s movie. Yeah. So Adam West is the Batman. Was it Batman or the Batman?
Batman.
Adam West's Batman. Then the first Michael Keaton Batman.
Yeah. That movie is a classic.
Oh, God, yeah.
I watched that again. I was really scared to watch it again because I didn't think it would live up to my expectations.
Okay, I got 2 more. Let's see what else. Yeah. What else?
There's so many to choose from.
I know. There's so many. The first Avenger movie.
We already wrote that one down, didn't we?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
So far, I've got Superman 3, Iron Man, Punisher 2004, Captain America, First Avenger, Captain America 1990, Adam West's Batman, Michael Keaton's Batman, Avengers. Now I wrote it down.
Oh, Avengers.
Avengers.
First Avenger.
No.
Oh, you meant the first Avengers
film. The first Captain America and then the first Avengers film.
Yeah.
And then number 10, I like Iron Man 2. I don't really like Iron Man 3. I'm going to put Iron Man 2.
Okay.
Iron Man 2. All right, now I'm going to put Randy's answers.
All right.
And then let me just put the numbers down. Yo, what's up, museum? Let's see here. I'll read these after because I'll catch up with the comments before I end.
Okay.
So yeah. All right. So. All right, Randall, go ahead.
The Dark Knight.
Dark Knight. Okay. So Dark Knight. Okay. What's next?
X-Men First Class.
X-Men First Class. Okay.
X-Men Days of Future Past.
Okay, hang on. X-Men. What was it?
Days of Future Past.
Days of Future Past. Okay.
Iron Man 1.
Iron Man 1. Okay. What's next?
Let's see. The Dark Knight Rises.
Dark Knight. That's a good one. Is that the one where he has the flying machine in it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And he calls it the Bat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dark Knight Rises. Okay, what's next?
Let me see. Deadpool.
Deadpool. Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Okay, so Deadpool. All right.
The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
And Spider-Man 2.
Okay, hang on. The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And then Spider-Man 2. Okay.
And
Spider-Man 2. All right, what's next?
Spider-Man Far From Home.
You got one more. Spider-Man Far From Home. One more, Randall.
Batman Begins.
Batman Begins, okay.
Yeah. Because Batman Begins was like, it was like Quentin Tarantino made it. It was all out of order and non-linear structure.
Yeah.
So
cool.
I really like that about Batman Begins. It's like if Quentin Tarantino made Batman, that's how Quentin Tarantino would have made Batman.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to read the comments and then we're out of here. And Lantern, have a good luck on your show. I'll come in and tell you good night, Lantern, after my show is done because I always come on Lantern's show for a couple minutes.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to be on there for like 2 minutes and then I'm going to go to sleep and go into the convention tomorrow. All right, let me catch up with the comments and then this bad boy is done. But thanks a lot for coming in.
Yeah.
Lantern, again, you did not have to pause your show. So yeah. Museum says, Randall, we should totally do one day top 10 Randy meals.
Yeah.
Would you want to do that?
Randy meals?
Randy meal. I guess like your favorite meals.
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll write it down in the book. Let's see.
Okay.
Want that Randy home cooking. Oh, howdy, weird museum. How come you only call me weird in this stream, Chad? Because you are weird, museum. I'll admit it. Museum's a little weird.
You know, I can cook a lot of things. I can cook quesadillas.
Museum is cool,
Yeah.
but he's weird. He's weird.
I can cook quesadillas. I can cook chili. I can cook steak.
His chili's amazing, by the way. I've had it. I've had it twice.
I can cook fried zucchini. Have you ever had my fried zucchini?
No, you've only cooked me your chili, and I've had it twice.
Oh, you got to try my fried zucchini.
I'll try it.
Yeah.
Fangirl Kate says, "What I think is weird is you, Mr. Lantern, stalling your stream and leaving the fans, in limbo. I never told him to do that, but Mr. Lantern, you shouldn't have done that. But he's such a diehard fan. I appreciate it, Lantern, but you should focus on your own show."
Yeah. Yesterday I told you about Newton's Cradle. You remember I told you about that?
Yeah.
You know, here, look at me. You know those steel balls? There's like 4 of them, and you pull one back like this.
Yeah.
And you let it go, and it goes.
Yeah.
That's called a Newton's Cradle. So next time you should get one of those, and next time you should next time you go have to take a crap or something, like turn your camera down and just start the balls going and let them just.
I've always wanted to have one, and I've never bought one. But yeah.
I've always wanted to have one of those too.
My dad used to have one.
Yeah.
He had it on his. He either had it on his desk, in his office at home, or he had it on his desk in his office at his work. I don't remember.
One of those.
It was somewhere. It was either on his desk in his office at his work, or his office desk at home. Because
there was one in my psychologist's office.
Yeah, because sometimes my dad worked from home, and sometimes he worked at the office.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right, let's continue on. Museum said, attempt to answer the question, or you're going to deeply unfulfill in every waking moment of your life and will burn all of your hamburger helpers. That's to Lantern.
Not the hamburger helpers.
I know. I love hamburger helper. Which one? Which one, Museum? The answer is all Hamburger Helper because they're all fucking good.
Oh, now I want some rice-a-roni.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a rice cooker. We can make some rice.
No, I'm good.
We can make some rice.
What kind of rice do you have?
I've got white and brown, I believe.
No, none of those. No.
Those are my two. I mean, I'll eat any rice. I like black rice. I like brown rice, but I
like yellow rice.
I like yellow rice. I don't have any, but my two favorites are brown rice and white rice. But anyway, let's continue on. Mr. Lantern says, "Oh, howdy, fangirl Kate. Mr. Lantern, you have been. Be right back for over an hour." I didn't tell him to do that. But anyway, I'm trying to get this done. Yep, just waiting for Fears to end the stream. You're welcome. Well, Lantern, I appreciate you doing that. Again, you did not have to do that. But anyway, we're going to take off. This is
Randall.
And this is Fears. Thanks for watching. We're going to do another stream tomorrow after the first day of the con is done. So, technically, the con goes all weekend, but I had to pick up Randall. So I was like, Randall, let's just skip the first day, and we're going to go tomorrow and Sunday, dropping Randall back on Monday, and then Monday, if there's time, we're going to hit the beach up. I want to do some photography photos at the beach, and then we're going to go to the magic shop, and I'm going to buy you present number 2 for his birthday. Because the first present was me taking him out to dinner. Oh, real quick before we go, I'm going to explain our day, what we did today. Got up around 8 or 9. I slept in a little bit. Got there by 2. Randall, what time did you get up?
10:40.
10:40. Got at 2. Came back. I already ate lunch on the way to Randall. I just got some McDonald's real quick.
Yeah.
Randall said he skipped lunch. Came back. We went and got some gas. Came home. Randall unpacked his stuff because he brought a suitcase for the next couple of days. Let him settle. Showed him all the new props and all the new collectibles and shit that I put around. Went to dinner. Came back. We did a writing. No, I'm sorry, not a script writing. We did a writing sesh for some new ideas of Fearsman.
Yep. Came up with a lot of cool new ideas.
A lot of new ideas for the Bible, and we did what, about 25-30 minutes of writing ideas.
I'm really stoked about the Milkman musical that we're gonna do.
I cannot wait for the introduction of dun dun dun. The Milkman terrorizes Fearsman and Randall Brownstein.
Yeah.
So there we are. All right, we're taking off, but don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my buddy, my pal, the man with a plan, Randall, Cameoman 2021, and his second channel, The Mayor Magic. Randall, why are you punching yourself?
No, it's trying to poke me in the eye, man.
Oh, I was like, why are you doing that? Why are you punching yourself? That's what I thought you were doing.
Yeah.
But check out Randy's 2 channels, Cameoman 2021, and his second channel, The Mayor Magic. Don't forget to check out Fangirl Kate in the chat. Check out Mr. Lantern on YouTube. Check out the Sega Camp Gamer and Werecamp on YouTube, and the Sega Camp Gamer 22 on Twitch. Check out Tommy NC motherfucking 2010 on YouTube. And last, but certainly not least, follow Fears, Lord Fears, at Fearsman26, the main channel, and Fears Vlogs, his second channel. Anyway, this is
Randall.
And this is Fears, signing off. Peace. Deuces. And we'll see you guys later. Randall, do you want to say shunk or should I?
Shunk.
Shunk! All right, bye.